Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for my Grue Rume Show today, I got a very awesome, amazing guest, and he is a singer, a musician, a songwriter, an actor, and his name is Ricky Rebel, and he has a new album out called Reality, and he's about to go on tour in Japan, and I'm really looking forward to talking to him about his album, about the tour, about his acting, about everything that he does. He does a lot of things. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Room, and my interview with Ricky Rebel will be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Room, and as always, welcome to my nightmares. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got in from work a little while ago, and now I'm ready for this and have fun.
Amazing. Where do you live, Grue?
Philadelphia.
You're from Philly?
Hmm.
Nice.
How about
I-
how about you?
I'm from Los Angeles, born and
Oh,
raised.
nice.
hmm
Okay.
Yep, been in the industry since I was a child. I
Wow,
started,
really?
yeah, I started singing and dancing when I was 11 years old.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only life I've ever known is the showbiz world.
So when did your passion start for that? Like, what made you fall in love with dancing and acting?
Um, well, when I was a kid, I was really obsessed with Annie in Greece and these movie musicals, and I would sing them constantly. My parents would watch me all the time, obsess over it, and we played it over and over and over again. Um, and I would just obsess over the roles and playing the role and singing uh, like the girl usually, because that's the role that I thought was the most fun. And usually
Yeah.
the girls are prettier, so I like pretty things. And that's basically how it started. My parents noticed I could sing in tune and had a gift for it, so they put me in acting class or singing classes, dancing
Wow.
classes, and I got an agent, and things really progressed from there. I started booking movies and films and things like that, or
Wow.
commercials, and I sang on a couple soundtracks. I sang on Anastasia, the movie soundtrack. I sang
Yeah.
Apollo 13. I was in the movie Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. I
Oh,
got to
really?
opening dance number, that Fosse number.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm the guy like next to him on the left wearing the orange um,
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
turtleneck. I was 16.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to get emancipated in order to do that job. Emancipated means that you kind of sign that you are legally an adult by
Yeah.
by the government standard.
Okay.
Yeah, all the dancers on that had to sign off on that. But yeah, I mean, from there I was put in a boy band. We were called No Authority, and
Nice.
Michael Jackson's label got a hold of the our demo and ended up signing us to his record label.
Yo, you got signed Michael Jackson.
Yep, by Michael,
Wow.
and the label was really cool, really nice, and the president Jerry Greenberg was very supportive. We did our record release party at Neverland Ranch. So Michael allowed us to, or let us like perform at his Neverland Ranch. He set up a
Oh
big
my
stage,
God.
and then he had it was like a radio station contest. So people called in and they were like, come see No Authority live at Neverland. So people, a lot of fans came and watched. And that's when I got to see where Michael lived. And it was
Wow.
really amazing. And then from
Was
there, I would go every now and then I would visit and, um, you know, have fun. at the Neverland Ranch. It was really fun because it was a really youthful type of
Oh
person,
yeah, definitely.
do everything that we love to do. We rode like four-wheelers and watched movies and um, danced a lot in his studio and just had a really good time. So he's a very sweet person, very human. My parents did not want me to sleep over
Yeah.
his house, however, so I had to go home, which really upset me because I wanted to stay over because at that point, like he had like cottages, like different cottages for everybody.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, I mean, it was like basically we're all in different, definitely separate from each other. So
Yeah.
no like crazy things happening at that point. I just wanted to get closer to Michael and spend some more time with him. But um the powers that be, and to this day, I still hold it against my mom for like, Mom, I want to stay at Michael's. What the hell? Like it's the king of pop, like a living god.
Right. Exactly.
Stop. Like even now, I would be like, are you kidding me right now? Like I was underage. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I never got any vibes like that. So
Oh, okay. And 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 like
that's
when
that's the tea.
oh nice. So Michael Michael stood saw live like your band and stuff. Like he would listen in on sound checks and seeing you guys live.
Yeah. Well, that day he did. He was the one who signed us. So in order to sign us, he had to definitely approve
Well, yeah, of
of,
course.
of our record and what we were doing. And it was really cool being signed to his label. And later on, um, I don't know, there's a lot of politics that happen within the industry, like labels go down or somebody gets
Mm.
fired and it's a big old deal. And your record it's called being shelved, which means that
Oh,
you're on the back burner. You got some other people that are coming up, like Jennifer Lopez, or at the time Mandy Moore. All these people like were coming before us. So Maverick Records, Madonna's record label, was seeing that we were like in this kind of limbo stage. So they ended up
yeah.
buying our album that we made under Sony, buying it and releasing it on her label, Maverick Records, Madonna. So I went
Oh,
from,
wow.
having Michael Jackson, the king of pop, as my boss, my CEO boss, my daddy, and then going to mommy, Madonna, her label. And she's really my hero. Like Michael's my hero, but Madonna is like my, like, everybody knows I practically used to worship her. I mean, every
Wow.
word, every song, I mean, I studied the crap out of her. And then to get that call, oh, Madonna's signing you to her label, it was like almost like a dream. I didn't even
Wow.
comprehend. But so many opportunities like that came my way as a child and as when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know, when the boy band phase ended, I had to really learn how to do everything on my own. So it was like a double-edged sword. It was like really cool to live the height, and open for Britney Spears and
I know I saw that.
have the big tour buses and everything and have that kind of lifestyle. But then, when everything stops and you have to learn how to do it yourself, it's like it's a big wake up call. And it's been a huge, huge journey for me, like struggles and ups and downs, being a solo artist without a record label, doing everything on my own. It's been incredibly, um, just huge learning curve. I had to learn everything and learn how to produce. I had to learn how
Yeah.
to, I play the guitar. I couldn't afford to work with people like Ronnie Jerkins who were $100,000 a track or something, something psycho. Um, so I had to do everything myself, and I learned how to produce and do the kind of music that I really wanted to do. It's taken people, I think, a while to kind of warm up to my style of music. I don't really understand that, but in Japan, like they really love me and they really get me, the Asian
Nice.
markets. So I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't really care. I just make music because it's what I want to make.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just this is what I liked, what I want to hear. This is what I want to say. I heard a great quote from Rick Rubin, who is like the greatest producer of all time for rock music
Mhm.
and also for pop too. Rick Rubin, he said, the last person you should make music for are your fans.
Really?
Mhm. They're the last. Because
Oh,
why? Because they only know what you've already done. So they want to hear what you've already done in the same way, maybe just a little variation. But that's not why we make music. We don't make music to please our fans. We make music to because we have something we have to get off of our chests. We have something in
yeah.
our minds that, you know, in our souls that we have to talk about. And if you have that in the back of the mind that you're making music for, ooh, I wonder what my fans are going to think, or I wonder what so and so is going to think. It's just you make really crappy art. So, I'm talking a lot. Is that okay?
No, 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 that's fine. That's fine.
I'm
But
hearing comments like he talks over too much. Da, da, da.
no, 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 I mean, I love hearing stories like that. That's what I love when I'm doing doing this interviews and stuff. Like I love hearing stories with the guests that I have on. So yeah, this
This
is cool. I don't mind at all.
this is it. Okay. So here's where I'm at. I just got off tour in Japan. I did like a 4 city tour. We did a bunch of club dates, rock venues, and it was really fantastic. I ended up signing with the production company out there. So now
Oh
they're gonna
wow.
legit really take care of us next time around, help us secure more sponsorships. And I have a really good rapport, or I have a really good symbiosis with the Japanese people.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought? People that are really nice and respectful and sweet and cool and honorable.
See that's
Get
like
along
a
with me because I'm naturally I don't know, I like to be a nice I don't like the word nice. I like to be a friendly person, right?
yeah,
Kind
yeah.
as much as I can be. I could be a very mean person too at the same time, but that's only if somebody really tries to mess with me or really tries to hurt me, and then I'm like, okay, we're going to pull the bitch switch out for a second. But for the most part, I'm a very, very sweet person naturally, and I like to be that person. So when I'm in an environment with other sweet people who really
Mhm.
care about doing good work and making sure the lighting is right, making sure the microphones work and all that stuff, they care as much as I do about
Yeah.
those things. It helps me, like, I don't know, I just feel more at home. I feel more at peace. I feel like a big difference in living in LA, and the Hollywood um, culture is a lot
Yeah,
different.
it's fast paced there.
It's fierce, you said?
Fast paced.
Yeah, I mean, no, sometimes it's really slow. Sometimes people
Oh,
take forever to answer your calls or, write back to the email, or, or they procrastinate. And sometimes it is fast in different ways, but really what I do not necessarily like is the rudeness of LA culture and Hollywood and the show business, and the
mhm.
rudeness and the constant mm, comparison. Like people are comparing themselves to other people and
Yeah.
doing your work with other people and the numbers, and who it's just, I don't know, it's not fun. I like it when things are fun and free and
Mhm.
almost childlike. I think that's why I really got along well with Michael Jackson when he was
Oh
alive,
yeah.
because we both had this inner sense of childlike wonder, fascination, and an open heart. You got to have an open heart. And
Yeah.
there's so many people out there who are terrified of um being vulnerable, I guess is the word. It might be vulnerability.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like to show that side of them.
right? And they think that if you're nice, you're weak.
Hmm.
But I mean, I've had to struggle with all those thoughts too in my head. I mean, there are times, Lord knows, I've acted in pretty aggressive ways um in my career and also in my life. And I think it was just kind of like a reaction to how I was treated as a kid. I know that I had some trauma growing up. I was bullied and I almost lost my mother. So things like that. Like I
God.
growing up, yeah, she almost died like right in front of me. It was pretty traumatic. Well, it was the most traumatic thing that ever happened in my life. But I think there are things in my life like being bullied in school as well. These traumas have added up to me being a very like don't control me kind of
Mhm.
person. Like I'm deathly afraid of um losing my freedom or losing my control or losing my power.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
definitely, definitely.
it's a very scary thing for me. And you know, I think that's why like I went through a phase in my career where I was really vocal about politics and really vocal about like I'm going to say this and I this really means something to me and you can't tell me what to think and you can't. It was just like a very big react. I realized later after the fact, I'm like after a little bit of therapy. Well, really, I didn't have that much therapy. I'm married to a therapist. So
Oh, okay, okay, nice.
yeah, after lots of discussions about this, we analyzed that it was an overreaction to how I was treated as a kid.
Hmm.
Really trying to fight for my point of view and no, like this is that kind of thing. I don't necessarily regret the things I said. I think I kind of don't like necessarily the way that I said things. It was a
Okay.
very like, you know, I I'm not I'm not fond of that. I don't want to be that person. I want to be a unifier. And I thought that I was unifying people by saying like my point of view because it was a very unique point of view,
Okay.
especially somebody coming from the LGBT community,
Yeah.
have a quote conservative perspective. But in reality, I'm like, I'm a mix of everything. Obviously, I'm not one way or the other. There are people on the right that think I'm, you know, scum, and there are people on the radical left that think the same thing. So it's like I think people on the outer regions of our culture, like I don't belong in any one of those sides.
Mhm.
I belong like really, really in the center, and I belong with people who have an open mind, open
Oh,
heart.
yeah.
Yeah, and I put myself out there and I went to the Grammys. I don't know. That's probably the most famous thing about me. Honestly, when you Google me, is like Ricky Rebel wears what he wore. I'm not even going to say the name, like at the Grammys, you know. And I was like trending on Twitter, but I don't know if you've ever experienced someone or you like anyone trending. If you ever trended on something on Twitter,
I, I haven't. No, I don't. I never trend yet.
it is the most eh, crazy experience. It's incredible. It's like because everybody is like almost like you feel like the whole world is watching you.
Mhm.
It's all your messages like boom, 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 boom.
Really?
To say today, and and all these people from different magazines and Vogue talking about you, and not in always positive ways,
Yeah.
and negative. I mean, I think they've at first the media got the show business of what I was doing. Okay.
Mhm.
It was a very, for me, it was an expression of my art. I'm like, I want to say something. You may love it and people either love it or hate it. But at the end of the day, I got to get this out of my system
Yeah.
and then I can move on. And I'm at that I've moved on so hardcore that some people still think I'm that person, but I'm not at all. Like, I do not like politics at all. Like, I don't want
Oh yeah.
all of the issues, all of the civil war that's going on between everybody. I honestly, good luck, everybody. Good luck with all of it, because you know what I'm here to do?
Sing.
Yeah, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to teach people how to have fun. I'm here to express myself through art, music, dance, and fashion. Good luck. I am a singing, dancing monkey. I'm not a politician. And it took me all of that time and going through what I went through in order to get to this point, because I thought people who thought like me right now were pussies, right? They're being pushed around by the bully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had to prove to myself, well, I'm not going to be pushed around. But in the end, I ended up kind of pushing people. Like, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Because I blushed like crazy. And I hurt some people's feelings, and I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm 100% supportive of all the communities except for the radical ones. It's not a big deal. It's not a big mystery. It's just that when you put yourself out there and you start really dividing each other with different, meaningless things at the end of the day, when it comes to our lives, it really it's just, I mean, whole families are being and have been torn apart by it. So I'm focusing solely on music, solely on dance and art. And it's been wonderful to do that, because I've been being more who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to come to terms with that.
So like how do you get in a mind frame to write, like when you have your thoughts, like how do you come up with the lyrics for the songs?
Mm. Well, I wrote this really cool song I want everybody to check out who's watching it. It's one of my favorite songs. It's off my new album, Wild Reality. It's called Friends. And it's talking about how when I started becoming more expressive about my viewpoints, I started losing friends. Okay. These are people that I known for decades, like real homies. Like, we're just like, you know what, Rick, I can't stand by what you believe in, or da 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 da. And it was just like, damn, this fucking hurts. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, the words just come out of you. You can't, you can't stop that kind of thing. You just are writing all of these thoughts. You just write down the thoughts that are in your head. And in fact, some of the times I have too many thoughts, too many words. So I have my friend come in, who's my collaborator, and we call it giving the songs a haircut.
Oh, okay.
We trim off the fat, we trim off, because sometimes when things are too wordy, it becomes the art becomes too on the nose.
Gotcha.
We can't really interpret. We want the audience to really kind of interpret the lyrics the way that they are feeling. It's not just my experience. It's about like, what the listener is going through, and hopefully maybe they can relate to the lyrics. So we chopped it up, and we took little fragments of words and phrases and put it all together. And we created a really beautiful, powerful song. In fact, I played it at the Viper Room.
Okay.
And I had a really powerful producer there, who's a music producer he's a producer who places music into blockbuster films. He was there.
Nice.
He's actually the guy who discovered me and put me in the boy band. It's like,
oh, really?
We're going full circle. Yeah, his name is Richard Walters. He was at the show, and he was blown away by my performance. I was so nervous to perform for him, because it's been 20 years, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I'm absolutely blown away by you, beyond you blew away all of my expectations. He's like, I like all those songs, you're dancing around, you're performing and all of that. And that's cool. But like, that one song you sang in the beginning, what was that song? That was powerful. That was it. And I'm like, that's called Friends. That's my song, Friends. And a lot of people who've heard that song, they're like, damn, gents. Because it's literally like a pad. It's a pad and my voice
Okay. Okay.
and a bass line. That's it for like a really long time. And then
Oh,
the beat drops, but it's like there's a lot of anticipation and it feels very moody and dark and the way I feel, you know, a lot of times. So I like it when that happens, when you actually create the sound of the way of your feelings.
oh yeah. So like this new album you have out, like what inspired you to write and make all the songs on it?
My best friend, his name is Wayne Folks, and we were stuck in quarantine in our rooms, in our houses. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Remember that era? Do you remember how you
I I don't want to remember that.
and we decided instead of feeling sorry for ourselves or instead of feeling scared, I think the media was really wanting us to feel scared and terrified. Um, we rebelled against that idea and decided to make a really fun, upbeat record. Super fun. And mind you, the songs that people relate to are actually the ones that are not fun. Like, oh my God, my favorite song is Friends and Secret. And those are like the two bookend songs that are like the most introspective and of course the deepest and the most vulnerable. Like, of course you guys like that one. But the rest of the record is like fun and pop and
Mhm.
you know, with hints of darkness, or I don't know what the word he says it. He says the word like hints of like, what do you call it when the world is falling, like dystopian,
Okay.
little sprinkles of dystopian reality. But that's why the album is called Wild Reality, because I feel like the world was and still is in a very wild, wild west place right now
Oh my God, I know.
with AI and World War III and the Civil War and Russia, Ukraine. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. So that's why I stepped out of politics. I'm like, I can't. I know a lot about it. However, I'm like, this is way above my fun factor level. Like it's not
Yeah.
more. It used to be really fun. Um, to be like, I can vote for whoever I want to. Ha 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 ha. I'm free. I'm an American. That's how it goes. It was really fun. And then that turned into like this. It turned into something really crazy. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm not there anymore. And I keep talking about it. I'm so sorry, but I know I'm not supposed to, but that's my life. It's what happened. And it's a new, I'm trying,
Oh
what
yeah.
I'm trying to say is I've turned the chapter on that.
Yeah.
And for anybody listening who happens to be like a liberal or a Democrat or anything, listen, I want everybody to be happy and free and vote and be whoever they want to be, express what they want to be. I just want I realize that my job is not to do and to talk or to be a part of all of that stuff.
Mhm.
My job is to entertain you. I want
Definitely.
to entertain you. Like I want to create the greatest show on earth. Period. That's it. And I feel like I can do it. And I can do it with my friends. I have a lot of really talented friends that are coming around me and really
Okay.
I'm producing them. I'm getting them, I'm producing records for people now and a lot
Oh
more.
wow.
Yeah, I'm producing records and people are slowly like, is he okay? Stop talking about that scary shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so far. Like that guy, he died, he died a while ago,
Okay.
much to the chagrin of many of my supporters who loved me for all of that stuff. And I still love America till the day I die.
Oh
That's
yeah.
ever change, but I'm making a sex record. So what does that have to do with it?
Well, I know Friends is
Oh,
I know Friends is like a song you say you love off the record, but like you said it's a sex record. Like which song did you have the most fun with?
why is it off the record?
Well, off not off your record,
Oh,
your album.
I think you mean this is off the record, Ricky, like off.
No, no.
Oh, no, no. Okay. My favorite, so my new album is called Fantasy Control. So it's like an inverse reality of wild reality. Wild
Hmm.
reality. What's the opposite of reality is fantasy, and what's the opposite of wild is control. So
Yeah.
we call it fantasy control. So it's like the yin and yang, the flip side. Um, so my favorite song so far is the lead single. It's called is the single Fantasy Control, the name of the whole
Okay.
EP or album, whatever it's going to be. Um, we have a song that we released. It's going to be on that album. It's already out, and the video is coming out soon. It's called Booty Eater.
I saw that on your page. That looks fun.
Right? It's fun. My mom hates it.
I'm, I'm sure she does.
Absolutely. Why are you doing this? Why? And I'm just like, Mom, just let me get this out of my system, just like the other stuff. Like, just let me get this out of my system so I can move on and make pure pop dance music for the club. I'll get there. I promise. I promise. About love and all that stuff. I'll get there. But right now, I want to, before I'm 50 and and above, I want to make an album about sex. Like one of my favorite things about life. I want to do this. And my friend and I were like, okay, let's just do it. Let's go for it. And we ended up creating a character who's a girl.
Hmm.
Is Veronica. She's really pretty. She has long blonde hair, and she likes to wear lingerie and kind of like leather straps and leathers. And she's just a bomb ass bitch. Like she's a bad bitch. And we brought her out to the clubs. We dressed me up and we had like the boots and the heels. And um, people think that like I look so pretty. Like people think I'm a real like a trans person,
Oh, okay.
like a woman, like they treated me like, oh, like a soft.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys, what the fuck? I'm all man, all male every day, you know. No, but I'm actually very soft and um feminine sometimes. So it was cool to explore that character. And that's also something that's like provocative for me, like
Hmm.
my family, like it's a big no-no, all of this stuff is a big no-no things. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? I'm going to say it right now. Some men in the world, especially straighter men, love it when I wear the hair and they get all the thing, they get very aroused and they fucking love. And I love being that person for them or
Yeah.
that character. But I always know in my heart that it's a role. It's not reality. It's not, I'm not a, I'm not transsexual.
Yeah.
I'm not even gender fluid. I don't move like that. I don't think, well, everything's possible. And you can think you're a monkey and go for it. So I don't
That,
care.
that's true.
You're a monkey forever and that's fine. But for me, I know that a wig and like clothes and makeup does not change my gender.
Yeah.
Uh, and it damn well does not change my sex. I've tried.
Well, I even saw on your page you have a song called naked and you're fully nude on the cover of of your cover, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that song was on Wild Reality, and that picture was taken from a song called Time in a music video I did in Time, where
Oh, okay.
we took some footage of me naked in a shower, and I was crying in the shower.
Oh, wow.
And what that time represent was me like actually like accomplishing all of the things. I was in this gorgeous huge mansion in Hollywood we filmed, and what it was representing, like me as the person who like everything I succeeded in, everything I wanted to do, I had everything in my life, and here I am just like in my house like alone, and the person that I really wanted to be with me is not with me to share in all of this, so it's kind of like a meaningless
Oh,
experience. um and so I cry remembering that, or remembering this person. So it was my first time like crying on camera and things like that. So it was really quite um freeing to do that. It's a really liberating experience. I don't know if you've ever done it before. Have you
oh,
ever
I mean, I've cried a lot.
are you a crier?
Yeah, I can be.
That's cool because I don't cry.
Really?
It's
Oh, wow.
very hard for me to I whine. I bitch. I bitch a lot and I yell and I I whine. I don't necessarily get to that point where I allow myself to cry because I don't feel it.
Yeah.
So angry, I can't get to the sad part because you know anger is just sadness, right? Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's like along the same lines.
It literally is just an augmentation of sadness. So anybody who's angry, they're just sad. The
Hmm.
real feeling is sadness. Anger is like a derivative of that.
Okay.
Kind of like green is a color, but really the only colors that exist, like it's blue and yellow. Like there's the primary feeling
Yeah.
of anger is sadness. So, oh, but I don't know. Like it was cool. I don't- did I. Yeah, I was naked on that cover. It was pretty cool. I've done quote drag before. I was in the new Alpha. That's the album that Time is on.
Hmm.
I played Marilyn Rebel, so I was Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, nice.
Or my version of Marilyn's Marilyn Rebel. She's one of my favorite like ideas of what a woman can be or is, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like she was intelligent, she was like smart, why I said that twice. She was beautiful beyond imagination. She's just a beautiful woman. Um soft too, like really soft. So I don't know. If I were to do drag like that, that's the kind of person I like. I don't like these. I don't like it when drag queens like are too brash and
Okay.
too manly, because that brashness is masculinity. You know, it's just masculinity coming out. And if I'm gonna be a girl, I want to be a girl. I don't want to be a fucking man being the girl. Am I revealing too much?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. I hate that. No, no, for real. I have no intentions of chopping off my pee-pee. I love my pee-pee. Let's just put it that way. I love being a man. I love being a male.
And
I
like
got
what do you,
tales to tell, you know. Got some stuff to say. What am I gonna
well, yeah. I mean, you're writing. You wrote a album about sex, so I'm sure you have a lot to say.
I do. And I think a lot of men out there, straight men ish, people on the scale, the kind of straight, but not really, but kind of those people really like me. They, you know, especially when I get like all whatever. And I really like them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
makes a very good symbiosis and very good connection. And that's kind of like why I wrote this album, because I've been having these encounters with people. And it's been really something that I've been wanting to write about. I'm like, sex is like super fucking powerful. Like I can't even
Oh, it is.
I can't explain this shit. Like this is it's out of control. Like it is, to me, it feels like like I'm a vampire, you know, like food, or
Hmm.
that's what it all. I mean, I'm sure it feels like that for everybody, but I just really feel this in a very, very strong way. Like I need to eat. I'm fucking hungry. I need to get laid. I'm fucking horny. Fuck. And I hate, honestly, I hate feeling that way. Like
Hey,
we all
you're a
do.
man. Every man has that need.
Like I hate it, but some people love it. Like, oh, I'm so horny. I'm like, I hate it. Oh, you know what I really hate? I hate when I like somebody.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, God, that's the worst. That's the worst. I don't want to like somebody. Oh God, it's so annoying. I have a husband. Okay, we're open, but I'm
Yeah.
saying I love him till the day we die. Like we've been together for 10 years.
Oh, nice.
But I'm saying like I just don't like it. Mm-mm. It complicated. You know, it's called catching the feels. You're not. The bottom line is, it's so much more fun when you don't. Anyway, but that's life.
Well,
And
yeah.
life and stuff happens, but and you shouldn't run away from your feelings, ladies and gentlemen. You should write songs about them so you're safe, like me.
There you go. There you go.
I'm an artist. Artists are pussies by nature. We can't handle our feelings, so what do? We write songs about it because it's safer that way.
And when you're live on stage, like doing your songs, and what do you love most about the feeling of the live crowd when they're getting into your music?
Oh my God, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't think of anything else, honestly. I it's better than sex, which is a big deal. And it's better than good food. So
Oh,
it's way up there in my opinion, the feeling I get. Because you're really in the moment, you're really feeling the music,
hmm,
and you're really, especially I just want, you know, I really want to experience those big, big, big crowds again. Like when
yeah.
we like 20,000 and 10,000 and all that. Like it just feels like an avalanche of love. I hate that feeling. I hate it's so cheesy, but like, yeah, it's an avalanche when they all scream for you and they really appreciate what you're doing. That's why I can't imagine what that must feel like to be Michael Jackson and Madonna or
Oh
whatever
my God, like
in a
millions and
state.
millions of people. Yeah.
I mean, we never experienced any type of stars like that right now. Like there aren't, I mean, Taylor Swift is really amazing. They're all amazing. Beyonce is really amazing, you know, but they never, the level that like Michael of stardom that he hit, it's just,
Oh, I know.
Madonna was trying to hit it. She got the closest.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like a big supernova of like this. Whereas Beyonce's like this, she's like a big supernova. She's like big. And then, you know, Taylor. But I'm saying like none of these people have ever experienced that kind of fame. But at the end of the day, even experiencing whatever they're feeling, I want to feel that. I period. I want that. Like I want that like I said, it's an avalanche of emotion coming.
Hmm.
So understand how they can do a whole 2 hour set and not like completely give of yourself like when I don't, they have to really hold back, I'm sure. It's
Oh yeah.
a lot of holding back. I've had to do that in my show. I have a lot of like, I had to pull back the energy a lot,
Oh, okay.
give so much, and it's much better to have strategic moments of giving something. If you're always giving something, then it's like it's not that impactful. So like hold on to it, hold the energy back, and then pa, then it means something.
And I always love asking guests this when I have them on the show. I am a really huge horror fan. Are there any horror films that you like watching?
Oh baby, you're talking my language. First of all, my favorite movie of all time is The Shining.
Oh my God, such a classic.
Classic. I love that film so much. Um, and then I think maybe my second favorite movie. This might be my honestly, I don't know why, but oh, I do know why. It's Hellraiser.
Oh my God, yes,
Hellraiser
definitely.
1 and 2. Those films, like I sometimes I feel like I'm going through Hellraiser. You know, you got I got fucked, dude. This is so fucking painful. Why am I putting myself through this pain to dance on stage? But then I get on stage and all that away, like, oh,
Yeah.
this is why I put myself through all of that. But like literally to get to the road or to get to where I'm going, like there's so much pain involved. People don't understand. They think that the industry is like, I don't know what they think the industry is, like TikTok or something. I don't know. It's just it can be very painful. That's why I like Hellraiser, because it shows what I think the best example of what hell could possibly, if it were true, be.
Yeah, that movie is crazy. Like it's gory, it's good. Like yeah, that's a great film. I love that film.
It's a jam.
Oh yeah.
It is, I would
And
be a Cenobite bitch. Play a Cenobite. Fuck yeah.
that would be so awesome to actually be in a horror film like that, like a Hellraiser horror film. Like that would be so amazing.
Hmm. I met a lot of people who work in film and television recently, and they were talking about we do horror films. I'm like, put me in, coach. Put me in. Come on. Ah, it'd be so great. I had another guy actually want me to be in his film. So
Oh, okay.
the script, and I have what's called, I think, first. I forget the word. It's called first something like where I get to decide. Like I'm the first one. If I can't do it, then somebody else will play.
Oh.
You know, right first right of refusal or something, and we signed a contract, and it's like a horror leprechaun movie.
Oh
So
my God, nice.
yeah, I'd play like some guy at a bar, and his mom and him run a bar, and it was pretty cool. I read the script and everything, and I would love to do films and like
Yeah.
especially horror films.
Oh
Hell,
yeah.
and do the music for it too. That sounds like
Definitely.
a
Definitely.
dream. Yeah. So
And is there anything coming up for you that you want to plug? Like, do you have like a new song coming out? I know you're going on tour.
yep. I have a show coming up if you're in the LA area at Bar Sinister Saturday, August 26th. We're going to be headlining. We're on about 11:30 p.m. You can go to rickyrebelrocks.com to purchase your tickets. And I have a new song called Booty Eater, and the video comes out in a couple weeks. I'm a Booty Eater. I can't even say it. But what are you gonna do? It's reality. Some of us like butts, like a lot.
Exactly.
That's what the song is about. And what else? Yeah, we're working on different shows and whiskey. You know, we're talking to those people. We're talking about going back
Nice.
to Japan again and keeping the Wild Reality Tour going. That's what it is. It's called the Wild Reality Tour. And if you'd like to follow me on any social media platform, it's at Ricky Rebel Rocks. Thank you.
Wow, nice. Well,
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for coming on and doing this. It was fun chatting.
Likewise, you're really great. You're really
Oh,
great.
thank you.
I can tell. Very sweet.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm.
Well, if you ever come in Philly for a show, you have to tell me. I'll come out and see it.
All right. I will do.
Okay. Well, thanks again for coming on and definitely have a great night.
You too. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.